Ryan Lucas, Kevin Love, Handsome Beloved.
Daryl Dudley the second.
My name's Jarrell Pickens.
Trevor Whaling.
We play the keyboard, the guitar, accordion. Those are the main things I have right now. Harmonicas.
I play the drums, for the DC drum, of course. I also play a little piano and trying to get into guitar.
I played other things. I've had at some point like a saxophone, drum kit, bass, electric guitar, clarinet, trumpet, violin, viola, cello, organ. It's all the same.
I play the bass guitar really well, and I play the mandolin and the guitar really bad.
Well, I spit on the mic. I'm a writer. I produce. I sample. Play on the keys. Play drums.
Yeah, that's about it. I can't play the flute. I have to admit that.
I think probably the first piece of music I ever got that really influenced me was probably Rage Against the Machine's Battle of Los Angeles. That was the first time I think I heard like really good music that actually like said something instead of I think before that I basically just listened to the radio, but I heard that bought the album, and it was one of the best decisions of my life. And that kind of helped open up into even though that's more more hard rock, it kind of helped open up into hip hop. And then after that, I think another pretty defining moment was buying Dr. Dre's Chronic 2001, which is when I really started getting into hip hop. After just hearing what was on the radio, I didn't really like it a whole lot. But then I started listening to Dr. Dre, and then started exploring NWA and all the old school rap, and it really got me into hip hop, and then trying to discover new people that were kind of like that, or just had something more to say than basically just hanging out in a club. But not to say that's not good. It's kind of fun to listen to sometimes too. I think as far as playing music though, Anti-Flag was a big influence as far as the playing style of the bass guitar. Just helping learn to play really fast, and then and then Sublime was probably a huge influence. Just hearing someone that played the bass guitar really driving a song more than just being in the background.
Middle school, I started to listen to the Lost Boys, Missy Elliott, Timbaland. When I heard Timbaland, I heard that he produced. That's what got me into wanting to produce music. His beats were so unorthodox at the time. His sound was totally different than what anybody else was doing, and that really got me involved in wanting to try to. At first, it was mimicking his sound, and then trying to make my own sound, create my own sound. Missy, Timbaland, and so now, from then until now, I'm influenced by a lot of producers, especially producers that rap or that write. Timbaland, and Pharrell, the Neptunes, Kanye West, Jay Dilla. Jay Dilla is my favorite producer of all time. He's the greatest, the GOAT. DJ Premier, Pete Rock. I know I'm leaving off of Black Milk. I know I'm leaving off a bunch of different artists that have influenced me to create and continue to create, but those are the foundational members. Q-Tip, Tribe Called Quest. Q-Tip is probably one of the most influential as well for my sound, for my music, and for the way I write.
Well, let's see. Some of the first ones I remember. I remember the first CD I ever got was a Ray Charles CD. It's just just like the way he sang. Before that it was the stuff on MTV. So it was Michael Jackson and Bon Jovi. We'd watch those videos, and it was like very emotional music along with entertaining videos. Like they always looked like they were having fun, and I think that really influenced me a lot. People that didn't take it too seriously. Then when you get older, some people like Roy Ayers has been somebody I liked a lot, just because you hear his music everywhere, like sampled and like all this rap music, but you never like hear any of his songs. That was like much later in life. And Wayne Shorter, when I was a freshman in college, the what do you call it, the dorm supervisor was this guy from Louisiana, and he told me like I had to listen to Wayne Shorter, and like that was like the greatest jazz that you'd ever hear. So listen to that, like some album, might be called like Night Crawler or Night Dreamer or something like that, but it's listen to that all the time. Those are some of the main influences. And then there was a band called, I guess the last big influence I had was a band called Midnight. It's a band that actually stayed in DC for a while, then they moved back to St. Croix. And that's really the only like modern kind of like political band that I've been into. But they just have they do music on a different level, so I really enjoy listening to them because it's beyond my capabilities, so like that.
Well, growing up, I grew up in a Christian household, so it was Christian music. I grew up in a Baptist church, but I got into things. My uncle put me on to a group called DC Talk, which consisted of a Christian group, and they were pretty good. And then this guy named Toby Mac kind of branched off of his own thing. I started listening to him, and started listening to a bunch of his music. It was not just hip hop; it was also a little reggae, R&B, and soul. And started, listening to his music. But as I got older, it was one gentleman who all drummers should know, Dennis Chambers, who changed my world. Some of the stuff he was doing, some of his licks, his fills and everything was just amazing, and I just fell in love with him. And after that, a new drummer plays for Usher now, Aaron Spears. He used to play in the Gideon Band here in DC back in the day. Those are the people as of growing up, those are the people I looked up to. Made me the drummer I am today. Music to me is it's an art. To me, music is a way of expressing myself. Whether it's playing an up-tempo song that could be happy, or playing a slow, simple song that could be sad. To me, it's an art form. Showing a way of emotion. That's what music is to me.
It's just it's an expression. You're able to express yourself. It's something that if you have like a really hard day, you can come home and you can just play for a while, and kind of makes the stress melt away. Or if you're trying to enhance the mood that you're currently in, there's always music that you can put on. It's gonna make whatever you're doing that much better. Or if you're trying to change the mood that you're in, it's always good music that you can put on. That if you're trying to, if you're sad and you're trying to get happy, there's music you can put on that'll do that for you. If you're sad and you want to keep feeling sad, you can put on certain music and it'll just keep enhancing the emotion that you're currently feeling.
Music is reflection. This is what I consider. True music is reflection of life. Reflection of life. Meaning that whatever you have gone through, experienced, witnessed, or heard a story from, and you translate that into your life with melody, that's music. So it could be a happy experience, partying. It could be a sad experience. It could be a losing somebody, losing something. It could be a reflection of your actions. It could be any of those things. So it's basically, to me, music is a reflection of things that you have experienced, witnessed, heard a story from, and translating it through a song.
This is just a plethora of sounds put together. Because music could be non-verbal. You don't need an instrument. I think it's a combination of like a rhythm. Like when you put a rhythm to a sound, that's when it becomes music. Because you can walk down the street and you can hear a song. You can make anything into music. So I guess it's like a depth of hearing and understanding.
Just try and be better at whatever you're doing every day. Just try and better yourself. Try and keep reading stuff. Just don't be as stupid as I was yesterday. Basically it. Sometimes works, sometimes doesn't.
Something I live by. I would say it's something I grew up doing, doing to others as you will have them doing to you. I live by that because, entering, adulthood and, also the music industry, there's a lot of people out here who do you crud or just leave you hanging. But I feel like if you treat somebody like you would like to be treated, you get the same respect in return. I feel like that's how you gain respect, by, treating people, how they should be treated and not, what you wouldn't want to be treated as.
Really, like, life is too short to waste time. If there's something in your heart that you really want to do, whatever it is, it could be something like climbing Mount Everest. It could be something like making a lot of money. Any of those things, just work towards it. Just do it. Just because at the end of the day, like, the waiting and contemplating and I shoulda, woulda, coulda's the regret are not gonna help you. They're not when you're sitting on the last step and you're about to transition into another life. Your regret is not going to comfort you. What's going to comfort you? Your efforts and what you're doing. So I say live to the fullest. Do what you got to do. Stretch yourself. If it means investing in things that you don't know where it's going, do it. You can't take the money with you. You can't take this time with you. So just live life to the fullest. That's what I'm doing. That's what we're doing.
Well, my favorite quote from a musician was from Ray Charles. He said, I never wanted to be famous, I just wanted to be great. So I think about that a lot. Because if you play, you perform with people, you always get at some point that people will be like, oh man, like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like other people really care, like no one's coming to the shows, like we're not gonna get signed. And then you just gotta remember, like, you do it because, you want to get better, and so that, makes it easier, like the justification for the time spent and everything. So it's enjoyable. It's a release, Like some people probably shoot guns and that makes them feel better. Playing music makes me feel better. So.
Wu-Tang's for the children.
Keep it live, Kevin Live, Handsome Beloved, Industrial Kev, Lucky Skywalker, Kevin Cosmore, all that. Power in one.
Just go get that new DC Gentleman album, EP.